painting themselves. Unless he believes in elves and gnomes. And they don't write magazines. They repair shoes.
Excuse me, my name is Sophie Rochman. I just moved in the empty apartment next door. I know people in big cities don't usually do this, but I promised my folks I'd make my acquaintance with my neighbors, so I just want to say it's a pleasure meeting you. I was just unpacking and my friends back home sent me this fruitcake with rum in it, which I'm not allowed to eat because I'm in training, and I hate to see it go to waste, so I'd appreciate if you accept it with my compliments.
Her name is Sophie Rochmeyer, and she just moved into the empty apartment next door, and she gave me a fruitcake with rum in it, and I love her! Whoa, did you see what moved into the apartment next door from where I live? It's for me, all for me. God loves me, and he gave me something wonderful. Did you smell her? Did you want one for that fragrance? Did you open your entire nose and smell that girl? Did you hear the way she talked? I'm glad to make y'all acquaintance. She comes from right about their country, and the only way to make it with a girl like that is with romance. Big gestures. I got it. I'm gonna go paint the stairs.
Norman and Andy produced The Nitty Gritty, a 1960s protest magazine.
Everything is going well until Sophie moves into the apartment next door.
Norman falls in love with Sophie at first sight, but Andy is concerned that this girl who has opposite views of America will upset everything.
What he doesn't know is that this girl may have more in common with him than he thinks.
Star Spangled Girl.
By Neil Simon.
Mr. Cornell, I've tried to be neighborly, I've tried to be friendly, and I've tried to be cordial. I don't know what it is you're trying to be. I didn't mind the personal message you left on the stairs, but I stepped out there yesterday and my slippers are still glued to the floor. In short, Mr. Cornell, and I don't want to have to say this again, leave me alone.
Aside from that, is there any chance of you falling in love with me?
You are crackers, you know that, don't you? Did you listen to one solitaire where I said to you?
Oh, I'm listening, and looking, and smelling.
I don't want to be smelled. Look, I'm going to repeat this to you once more. I'm engaged to be married to First Lieutenant Bert Fenneman of the United States Marine Corps. Do you understand that?
Please lower your voice. I'm trying to hear your hair grow.
Are we on one of those television programs or something? Because if we are, I'd like to know. Otherwise, I'm calling Camp Pendleton.
Don't look at me. I'm just an innocent bystander.
Well, so am I. 2 years ago in Japan, I represented my country in the Olympic swimming competition.
How'd you do?
Well, I came in 5th. Not only was I beaten by the USSR and Poland, but I also trailed behind Turkey and Egypt.
I didn't know they swam in Egypt.
Well, then you can imagine how I felt representing the greatest nation on earth, coming in 6 seconds behind a little fat girl who was raised in the desert. Since my black day in Tokyo, I've made a new life for myself. I've been teaching children to swim at the YWCA. It doesn't pay much, but it keeps me wet.
I think I'm going out of my mind. Maybe I called her at the Y and tried to apologize.
Where is he? Where is that crazy trespassing lunatic? I know exactly what I'm going to do to him. I planned it all out as I sat there dripping all over the bus. I have been fired. They didn't even give me a chance to dry off.
I know. I just spoke to the Y, but it wasn't your fault. Didn't you explain that to them?
I found it difficult getting their attention while a crazy man's chasing me all through the YWCA. And that prison of his is still pecking away at everyone in the building.
What prison?
Their duck. He brought me a live duck, and it's still there, quacking and snapping at everyone.
I didn't know about that.
Well, did you know that I've been locked out of my apartment until I pay my rent, which I can't do because I don't have a job?
We'll get you another job. Wait, I have an idea. I don't say you're going to like it, but how would you like to come and work for us?
I'd rather get beat in the Olympics by Red China. Mr. Hobart, I don't know if you're a communist, a fascist, or just a plain old-fashioned traitor, but you're certainly no American.
My feelings about this country run just as deeply as yours. But if you turn down the national anthem for just a few minutes, you'll hear what some people are complaining about.
Well, I'm one of the people, and you are one of the things I'm complaining about.
Well, fortunately, you're not in much of a position to complain about anything. Now, about yourself. I'll give you $55.
For $55, I will come in early and poison your coffee. I want what I got at the WAC, $72.
So be it. You're hired. You can make lunches and pretend to look busy. Keep out of my way at all times and smile at Norman as much as humanly possible. We're both trying to make the best out of an impossible situation here. You need money, and I need to say goo-goo to my partner once in a while. So now I suggest you roll up your lips and smile so we can get to work.
All right, I'll make my bargain with the devil. I never run from a fight, and I'm ready to go to work.
Didn't you notice the way I calmed down? I don't know how we could have got along without a secretary all these years. Oh, here, let me help you with that.
You try that with your hands again, and you'll have to learn to tap with your nose.
I told you it wasn't going to be easy. I should have known you didn't have the guts to stick it out.
Stick it out? I have been smiling at that idiot for 3 days. You see that? I've been doing that since 10 o'clock this morning.
Well, cut it out. You look like a demented ventriloquist.
Look, this was not my stupid idea. It was your stupid idea.
Well, it's a smart, stupid idea because it's working.
It's working for you. You're getting your magazine.
Look, if you're unhappy here, why don't you take a job as a night watchman at the Statue of Liberty? Then you can swim around her at night checking to see if the torch went out. I'm not sure if you're capable of having a genuine emotional attachment for another human being, unless it was first passed by Congress and amended to the Constitution and painted in red, white, and blue.
Well, all right. If you want to make points, then I'm going to make one. I'm going to make the biggest point you ever hear.
When you get to it, raise your right hand. With you, it's hard to tell.
Well, I don't like you for a lot of reasons I already said, but the main reason is I'm engaged to be married. But for some reasons only Hungarian psychoanalysis could explain, I've suddenly discovered, come surprise telling you about, that I'm physically attracted to you. And how do you like that for a point? Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said.
Well, how do you like them apples?
Those apples.
Them apples. How do you like them?
Are you serious?
Well, of course I'm serious. There's something about your physical presence that appeals to me. And I'm as repulsed by it as you are.
You couldn't possibly be.
I know. There's no earthly reason why I should like anything about you. And I don't. But I do. So what are we going to do about it? You don't believe me?
I believe you. I just don't understand you. What do you mean you're physically attracted to me? You like the way I look?
Not terribly.
You like the way I walk?
Not really.
You like the way I dress?
Not remotely.
Oh, well, then what do you like?
I like the way you smell.
Oh, Sophie, Sophie, Sophie!
And don't call me Sophie, Sophie, Sophie. I'm attracted to you, but I still don't like you.
That's impossible!
I know. You're the most irritating, nauseating man I've ever met in my life. But if you tried to kiss me right now, I would not stop you. Do you want to work on that for a while?
No, I need outside help.
Well, I suppose you want to know what started it all.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. What started it all?
It was your gray eyelashes. I've never met a man in your age bracket with gray eyelashes. I think it's dumb to have gray eyelashes, but I'm very glad you have them. Now, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may ask me a question.
Do you have a desire whatsoever to touch me?
What does that mean?
Well, what part don't you understand? Desire or touching?
I understand both parts. I just never thought about it.
Well, think about it. Time's up. Do you want to touch me or don't you? I'm being honest with my emotions because that's the only way I know how to deal with them. The plain disgusting truth is I like to stand very close to you and feel your breasts on my neck.
You shouldn't tell me that.
I know, but it just comes out. Is there any chance of you having the same disgusting feeling about me?
If I did, it wouldn't be disgusting. And if I found it disgusting, I wouldn't have a feeling.
I don't think I got that, but touche anyway.
And why are you following me around the room?
Well, I'm not following you. You're running from me.
Oh, I'm running because you're following. Stay over there.
Well, I can't smell you from over here.
Oh, what am I going to do with you?
Well, I gave you a suggestion. You didn't do it.
Listen, you, for an all-American girl with a complete set of Eagle Scout principles, how do you explain being engaged to one man and attracted to the other?
Well, a very simple explanation. I can't explain it.
What about your fiancé?
Well, he can't explain it either.
You mean you told him?
Well, certainly I told him we're engaged.
I'm afraid to ask what his reaction was.
He wants to kill you.
Why? What did I do?
Well, what did I do when that lunatic friend of yours chased me all over the YWCA? It's no one's fault. It's just something that happened.
Well, make it unhappen.
I'm trying just as hard as I can to make it unhappen. The minute you do anything physically repulsive, I'll be a lot better off.
Insert kiss here.
I liked it. We're in big trouble.
What do you mean we're in big trouble? I'm the one who's in big trouble here.
Well, you just gonna stand there and yell at me, or gonna do something about our predicament?
Oh, I'm gonna yell at you. You're gonna run everything I've worked for in my entire life. Why don't you go back to the ocean with the rest of the fish? What are you smiling at?
I like it when you yell at me.
I don't care what you like. What are we gonna do?
Well, how should I know? But until we think of something, why don't you kiss me again?
You are without a doubt